Hello, fine folks, and welcome to Bogey Plays. This evening, I'm not playing. We're doing a top 10. The first top 10 of ours made in the English language, uh, which is called Top 10 2022 Essen Releases. I won't be alone tonight. I will be with two guests. Radu, who you know from our playthroughs, and Kosti, who I don't know if you know him, but he has an Instagram. On Instagram, you can find him at Board Game Pixels, and Radu, you can find. Where can people find you at? Yeah, Mozart.com. Hello, guys. How are you? So, okay. Um, okay. Apparently, we have a problem. I have to fix this in a second. You are not being heard. So I'll both of you. So I have to yeah. I thought that was going to happen. So I said, okay, now I have to do it all over again. So yeah, no, regroup. Let me see. Uh, yeah, let's see. Can you speak now? Um, no, it wasn't you. No, it wasn't you. So let me see. I have to do this. Yeah, unfortunately, I did an update, and we're gonna do this. It was impossible for me to test this, so now I have to add you all over again. In a second, I will add you both. Well, let me see. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this really, really fast. I hope. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, here you are, sir. Uh, so I can't believe this still happens today, but I have updated my software, and when I did this, let me see. Now, can you speak, Radu?
Hello again. Long time no see.
Now, can you hear us? No, it's important. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels like it works.
Does it work now? I don't know if you can hear us now.
I hope so.
Yeah. Uh, so now, Kosti,
Hello
Hello
again.
again.
I hope now. I hope we can all be heard. Hi, George. Hi. Thank you, Georgia, for being with us. Now, tell me. Um, I of course it is. I'm going to have to mute one of you. Now speak. Now. Now speak, please, Kosti.
Yes, I'm right here right now.
Okay. Radu,
Me too.
finally. I think we're okay now. I think we're
Well,
okay now. We should be okay right now.
I had an opening joke that nobody heard, so I don't want to repeat it again.
So let's
Apparently you'll.
redo the intro. Welcome, guys.
Oh,
How
I'm
do you
gonna act
feel?
surprised. Oh my God, it's. Thank you for the invite. That's
Hello. Thank you for the invitation. Glad to be here. Excited about this one.
uh,
Cheers to everyone, and let's have a good talk.
yeah.
Finally. Okay, I'm sorry for this little. I suppose that might happen. I said in the beginning, let's hope that doesn't happen. I updated the software, and I thought, oh come on, let's hope it doesn't happen this, because we would need to redo some things. I redid it live, so yeah, well, we're live. That's what, and we can hear each other. So that's
Yeah.
Usually when you update it, things are worse. So yeah.
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 Well, now it's good. Let's hope it's good until the end. So, my question to you is, how do you feel about this top? What do you expect from Essen 2022 before we start our top?
Well,
Mr. Rado, go first.
I'll go first. It's an interesting one because it's something that you have to plan with a lot of time in advance. It's not, and the intensity builds over time, and this is where the closer it gets, the more anxiety and the more you want to be there as fast as possible. So yeah.
You, Radu? You, Kosti? Sorry.
Well, it's like every year, I'm excited to go there and meet a lot of people, cool people, working with a lot of people, and games and everything. It's just the atmosphere over there. It doesn't get any better than this. So I'm super excited.
I know you both are gonna demo games, no? There, both of you.
Yeah.
For whom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tradition now for me. And well, I don't know if I have to say it now because I didn't announce it, so I'll probably be a little bit going to be a little bit later this week.
Okay.
But it's a new thing for me, so I'm quite excited about that because it's with a publisher, and Radu also we're gonna be with me for let's say Asian publisher. It's the first time that I do demos for an Asian publisher. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
That's all the news you get. That's breaking news. That's it.
Okay. Well, then I hope you're excited about this one. I am excited to go. This will be my first Essen, and I am going also to meet new people, and I'll be roaming the halls, and
you'll be haunting the halls.
So it's gonna be interesting. Now. Let's start the TVs as we usually do, and today we're gonna start like this. Radu, you're gonna be first, Kosti, you'll be second, and I'll be last. So from right to left.
Of course, I'm gonna be
and
first.
I want to hear if you have. I have one game, one, which will be. I want to see if it is on your list. One game.
Might be.
I think it's safe to say we're going to have a lot of overlap. We all these. I try to get inside your minds a bit to see or to think what will you pick, and I'm pretty confident that I know both your styles. Kosti will have the weirdest games presented.
Thank you for the shout out. It's always a pleasure.
It's fine, you have variety.
It's cool. It's a personal thing, and I think that you already saw maybe half of my top on. If you follow my Instagram, you already saw some of that.
I saw it.
But we don't know which are the top 10 because the list is big.
Yeah.
You have spoiled yourself,
No way, he didn't. I don't think he did.
Who knows
I don't think he did because.
But you don't know the order, let's say.
Okay.
Although I'm
So
excited about all
Yeah,
of them. So
yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
had to
yeah.
order them.
You
So
know,
now,
probably.
Mr. Radu, please tell us which is your number 10.
Okay. I'll have to add a few words before.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah. Before we start the number 10, I do have one more question. What was the criteria for choosing these games?
okay, since I go first, I want to talk about that exact thing. And for me, it was one of the most intensive ones I've done so far because I had to download the guide, and I took all the publishers I'm looking for and see what games are exhibiting, and then I've looked each one of
On
them.
BGG, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't played any of these. This is the hardest thing to talk about things that you have not tried. I will have to get the overall impression, but this is where I'm the 10 games that I'm more
About.
excited to find this year at Essen. So I hope I'll be able to make my ideas in a coherent way.
Okay.
So what was
Kosti?
yours, Kosti?
well, it's more or less easy to make that because it's pure personal. So it's my personal preferences in board games. Of course, there are one or two probably on the list that are more curiosities. But then again, it's like knowing some publishers and some designers, I pretty much know what to expect. So but it was also kind of like when you do your personal top, you know your mechanisms and your game designer, just your team and everything, and it was kind of easier to do. I have a top 50 if you want, but
I
I
don't
chose
have a
10 of
top
them.
50 though. But my main criteria was games that will be out this Essen. I know there are some games which will demo in Essen, but will not be out in Essen. And this was
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
And I said, okay, there are some games which I really want to try. For example, there is I don't know if you've heard of La Familia from Feuerland Spiele, which
Yeah,
which
Erlandsspiele,
is
yeah.
Feuerland. I would have liked to, but as I've heard, they will not have games there. They will demo games there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
they will
so
demo the game. Yeah.
I want games that come out in Essen that people can buy it with their own money or
Yeah, fair enough. I have the same on the list. I mean, the games will be at Essen
be
to
purchased.
to buy. I
They're
mean,
coming
they're
out there.
physically they are
Yeah.
there. It's not demo or
Yeah,
something like that.
or
Yeah.
also unconscious mind,
Although
which I know it will be demoed at Essen,
it will be a
but
demo, yeah.
it's not going to be published. It will be published over Kickstarter
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah. To be honest, I have two of them, which are well, they'll be out in Essen, but they were like Kickstarters or game founds, and they will be out
That's
at
not a
Essen,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we will see.
yeah.
We will see
That's
about
I
that.
have
Yeah.
that. Also, so now
Okay.
let's start with our top 10. Radu, please start. What is your number 10?
Yeah, my number 10, and this is why it's so low on my list because it's actually a reprint of an older game, and once I've looked into it, it's something that I couldn't not include on this list, and it's called Basilica.
Portal
Okay. Portal
Games.
Games, right?
Portal Games, yeah. So designed by Lucas Pogoda, and yeah, so it's the same designer, but with a few tweaks from the previous version.
Did you
Mm-hmm.
play the old version?
I like the. I, they look fantastic. The meeples are almost like burned. Uh, um, how do you call them? The meeples have that medieval look to them. So it's basically a tiling game with but they have multi-use tiles that you can use either for developing the territory more and its area control. Then you have these secondary abilities that you can modify, take out. It's a two-player only game, so it's going to be a fast one, I think. So, and another thing that caught my eye is that they're having only at Essen, they have a neoprene mat that comes with your purchase, which is very good.
I see.
Like when they have a hook there just to make you make it more juicy.
One second, please, because I have to change some things here. Because I realized in this one we didn't manage to change, and I will change it immediately. No, don't talk. Nobody hears you right now. Nobody hears you right now. Let me add it really fast. Really fast. Really fast. I'm sorry for this. People usually don't see what goes behind all the things that go behind, but yeah, unfortunately things happen, and I don't want to lose the big image, because yeah, sometimes it happens this way. So, and I have to, this is okay, it's really fast, fast. Now come here, and I think we are almost done. Sorry, you can speak now, Radu.
All right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I like the theme. Obviously, it's one of that calls me. It's building cathedrals, and it's a two-player game, which would surely make a fast one. And now that would be broadly available, I think it serves a chance to reach as big an audience as it can.
I see. Okay, now we're back.
No thoughts?
I've considered this
Good,
one,
bad?
but I haven't looked that deep into it, because it's a tiler. I've seen so many tilers. I don't know. I haven't seen this. I don't know. I'll have to try it. It's a try and see what it does.
It's of a low complexity, so if you expect it to be deep and you have meaningful choices, it's just picking whatever's available in the columns, right, of your what tile you have to select between two of them. Either you put new territory or you take an action. And basically, it's either one or the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see it to maybe see how it goes at Essen. Kosti?
I sorry, I had that one on my radar too. So but it didn't climb up on the 10, but I had it on my radar. That being said, my number 10 is a joint project, let's say, from DLP Games and Capstone Games, and the name of the game is Rise.
Yeah, this one I had it on my radar.
A game
who looks like a game which looks like
kind
Yokohama.
A games that looks like a lot of industry is made over there. Yeah, a lot of pollution, if you want, but then again, it's just a game. A game that attracts me for kind of a. I tend to like those manufacturing games. it's a game about developing the economy and the social aspects of a city, your city, more or less, while in the same time maintaining also the well-being of your citizens. So it's a lot of there are a lot of combination on this one, a lot of tracks and cards and a lot of combination to be made, and it was simply curiosity about this one and the two publisher
Yeah.
that I like. DLP and Capstone are quite good, let's say, and I have a feeling that at some point this game will have a lot of frustration to balance everything, and yeah,
I hope so.
frustration
Yeah.
in a good way. That's my number
This is
10.
in my
Yeah,
top
that's my number 10.
15.
Rise.
I was quite interested. I think the same duo did another game. I hope I'm not wrong. I know it's Marco Pranzo. I know for sure he is. They did
Yeah.
Manitoba, which is with DLP also, which is
Yeah, Manitoba.
quite a good game. It's not. I liked it a lot. When I played it, I liked it a lot, and I'm interested in this one also. Quite interested to see. So my number 10 is a game which I've been wanting to play for a while, and I know it will be at Essen or should be at Essen. This is where it starts. I don't know if the backers got it. Is Endless Winter, Paleo-Americans. It is a deck builder. It's a game which it's been talked a lot about. I think it looks good. I think from mechanism point of view, I found it interesting. It looks good, and I don't want to dwell too much on this game. I hope it will be there. I hope I'll manage to procure a copy to do a playthrough. Because I think it looks like a very fun game and something that I am interested about, something which will click with me in so many ways. So my number 10 was Endless Winter Paleo-Americans.
Okay, so we managed to stay off, from repeating games in number 10. So I hope we can make a perfect 30
Okay.
till the end, which I doubt it.
Imagine that.
Let's go to number 9. 9.
Okay, so you should probably not hear what I have to say about number 9. You could, it's obviously not going to be one that speaks to you. It's a luck fest meshed with bullying. So it's the themes of this game is push your luck and take that. But what attracted me to this game, the game is called.
What it is? Swindler.
It's called Swindler.
Matthias Kramer. But
that's the hook. That was for me. When I saw the name, I said, this designer he can't do wrong. I will try whatever he puts out there. So
I want to try this
he's
one.
a very.
I really want to try this one.
But you have to go in knowing and expecting what this game is.
I do not think Matthias Kramer does a luck fest. I think it is a game of to push your luck and knowing when to get out. I think this is how I see it, but I don't know until I play it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, all my research has come across as being whatever you pull out of these bags, which you have to choose which color bag you pull out tokens from, and expect or hope that you don't pull out a skull, which that immediately it's almost like the Quacks of Quedlinburg, when you explode, everything else goes back into the bag. And you have to kind of push your luck to some degree, but the the chances that you might pull that skull at the first token, but that's bad. That's just bad luck. And then you would have to mitigate that with contracts that you might want to fulfill. And then are other cards that mess with the opponents, and you can use them in that way. So it's a very light. You have to go in trying to expect that it's going to be a bit of a almost a I don't know if it's a party game per se, but it's in that genre when you don't have to take things seriously because you're not in control of anything. So you're just to have a fun experience, and that's what I plan to do.
Mr. Kosti, so what is your number 9?
Yeah, my number 9 is going to be a game that it's kind of everywhere right now because it's a new one. It was actually it was out at Gen Con,
Terracotta
and
or Tiletum?
it's really everywhere. It's really everywhere, and the name is Tiletum from Board and Dice. For various reasons, some things that I enjoy, some things that I don't enjoy in this kind of designs. But then again, it's an economic one, which I really enjoy. From designers, I can't say more. There will be a.
Simone Luciani.
It should be a good.
I see that Modalità Solitario, and that means the solo player, is by David Turci and Jeremy
There will
Avery.
Be. It will be probably a good game. I'm curious about it. Not that excited, but I'm kind of curious of this one, and it's an economic where you go, you take the role of a merchant and you go. I don't know if the theme will be there, but usually it's kind of you would do contracts and collecting city codes of arms, invest in various things. A merchant, and
the old theme.
Going the old theme, Renaissance economic, a merchant who does everything for money, And but I will mention that or probably I should not, but then again, Board and Dice are very good at those kind of games, and I'm very curious about Tiletum. But then again, it stays in the shadow of another one, so will come up later probably.
I'm sure that Bogey is expecting this one and he wants to play it.
And I'm quite curious about Tiletum. But then again, as I said, it's in the shadow of another one.
It is not on my
big
list.
Shadow.
It's in my top 20.
Now that's a surprise.
Mainly because
that's a surprise.
I will want to see how the game plays. But what I'm not a fan is right now, I feel it's a bit too beige. Beige. And I want to see how I don't want to see it I'm seeing it in pictures or in photographs. I want to see it in my there are games which look better in front of you than look on
there will be it will be probably yellowish, not beige.
It's too, and I am certain that it will be a good game. I have no doubt about it.
I will buy it and keep the cover.
The cover looks so good.
All right.
Compared to that map.
It's amazing.
Well, we will see. We will see. I have to play it. We will see how it is. But for me, it's a bit too beige. Okay, I'll go to my number 9, which is...
Yep.
It is a game which I've known for a while now, and I've been waiting for this game, mainly because the author did another game which I really, really enjoy. The game came... It's the author, it's both the main company, which is Spielworks. So my number 9 is Pilgrim. Pilgrim, I know it comes out in Essen. I don't know. I've heard that there are some I've heard that there are some problems with the vessels in Hamburg. I don't know if they will manage to get the games to Essen, but they will be delivered. It will come out in Essen. It's a problem of logistics right now.
Indeed.
But it will come out in Essen. I hope they'll have it there at least for demos, at least a copy or two for demos. I want to play this game. I think this is one of the best covers I've seen in a while. It's so atmospheric. It creates a story. I think I just like it. Although I want to see how the game plays, because you have to create routes. It's a route builder, as I've seen. It's somehow a rondel, if I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly, because you have to move.
Mancala, it's more
Mancala,
Mancala than rondel.
With a
twist.
And I really like the sagas. I really like what Nick Cage did with the sagas. So I am really excited to try this one and see if it is a very good game. In the end, this is what I care about, to have a very good game, which looks good. I mean, I think it looks good. Also, it's not beige.
I think too. Yeah.
It's
greenish.
It's greenish. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm George says that looks mediocre. I don't know until I play it and I see how it feels. I cannot be sure. That's number 9. Let's go to number 8. Number 8, Radu. What is your number 8?
Okay, so it's not. It's interesting that for this one, I saw the cover. And I immediately wanted to check it out, and then the mechanisms too are known ones, but with a twist. So games should do that, to have something to add on top of. So my for this number 8, I choose The Great Split. It's it could play for a high number of players until 7. Which
is a party game. I've looked a bit into it, but I saw 45 minutes.
I haven't played it, but it has that.
Hjalmar Hach and Lorenzo Silva. Hjalmar Hach, for me, it's a name. I mean, it's good designer. It's a good pedigree.
Yeah. They did the King's Dilemma, and now they have Queens. What attracted me was obviously Weberson Santiago is a very good illustrator, has a very interesting style. And then mechanics wise, the idea is I split, you choose, but usually it stops there. In this game, you pass on the cards you have chosen for the opponent on your left, and then the one on your right gives you his cards, and then he splits, you choose. So you do both of them in one round. Usually it's just one of them, and this is kind of the twist to this game. And you have to think of what the opponent wants, and then try to outmaneuver or smart and hope you're getting the cards you have chosen for yourself. At the end, you have to push up these tracks that will give you points. So that's kind of your, you gain cards, you push tracks, they will give you bonuses, and who has the biggest collection wins. So it's it could go a very good starting for starting the day, starting the game group. It's starting like that.
Game, the way it might be a good game. Yeah. It looks interesting. I mean, it is tracks, but it's quite interesting. And the artwork has a. I don't know if I hope I'm not. it has a sort of tool feel to it somehow. But that to not, I hope I don't disrespect the artist with this. It has this feeling somehow. It looks good.
I think it was supposed to be in the 1920s with the aesthetic of Art Deco and all that. When they kind of start that it's I know you see that it resembles that, but yeah, he you should just look at the other games that he illustrated,
It looks
and
good.
where
I mean,
it's
for a
coming
game
from.
with tracks, it looks rather good. Because it looks like a game with tracks, with lots of them.
Exactly. Yeah. The box is gorgeous, but inside you're getting almost like a
Yeah.
spreadsheet of Excel.
Immediately I thought of Arkwright. Immediately I thought of Arkwright, the card game.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And now
set collection.
let's go to
Anyway,
my number
that's
8.
my
My
number.
number 8 is a game.
You forgot
sorry.
about me.
I'm sorry.
Or I can just let you go with your
It's not
number
just the
eight.
two of us,
Just keep the
Okay,
flow.
Yes.
My number 8. It's a small game. It's a small tile laying game for a new company, which is actually the new company of Andreas Odendal, the designer of La Granja. And
It's designed by him.
the game it's from his company, Game Builders, which is a new one. And they will come up with a tile laying game in the style of in the style and designed by Uwe Rosenberg, and the name is Applejack. It's I'm pretty sure those kind of games of Uwe Rosenberg are I tend to like those little games from him, and this one should be I didn't play it, of course. I didn't play it, but I'm very curious about this one. Usually, I like this kind of games. It's a new kind of a new, if you want to say, with Uwe Rosenberg, clever tile laying game where you are it's about your apple orchard, and you're harvesting apples and honey, and honey is also
do you feed
harvesting
your workers?
category.
I want to know that. If you feed your workers, I want the game.
No, but you have
no. I'm not interested.
No, you don't feed workers. It's just but you are actually harvesting apples and honey and stuff like that. But honey is also used as a resource, as a payment and thing. I'm pretty curious about this one, and I'm pretty sure it's going to have at some point during the game, and like all of these games, you will kind of have some AP in. What tile do I take? What do I pay? What do I put it? How to combine with the other ones? How to it's number 8, and I'm pretty excited about the Game Builders, the new company of Andreas Odendal, which is gonna he will also have El Burro, the new game in La Granja style, probably published over there. So number 8. Which works and the Game Builders, this one is mine. Applejack number 8.
I've seen that
from the Game Builders.
Rosenberg has lots of designs which probably sit somewhere in a drawer because he did Oranienburger Canal with Spielworks. He does this with Applejack.
Indeed.
I don't know if for him. I don't think it comes out at Essen Oranienburger Canal. It will come out later.
They will have. I think they will have some demo copies over there.
That's so that's your number 8. So finally, now let's go to my number 8. My number 8 is a game which finally sees the return, I would call it, of Michael Menzel to illustration. And it's one of the lighter titles which are in my list. And the name is Beer and Bread. It's a Scott. Well,
Yep.
also it's a Scott Alms title, and I think Scott Alms does very well these small games, which give you a lot. Yeah, packs up a punch, and it's a deep print game and Pegasus Spiele, and it looks so inviting. That cover looks so inviting, looks so good.
Yeah,
And
because it's beer.
it's so I won't start going into the image, but it looks so good. You just want to play it just by looking at that. But it's interesting. I found it interesting as a game. I think it looks good. It has cards. It has multi-use cards. Lots of resources. Good-looking bits. And I really hope it plays very, very well in that short time that short time span that it says it plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a two-player game, right?
I think I will. I hope I'll enjoy this one. In the moment that, yeah, you see Michael Menzel. You see that world. You just want to go. You just want to go step into the board. So my number 8 was beer and bread.
I would have never. You surprised me with this one. Never expected it to be on your list.
I like small games which pack a punch. I mean smaller games which give you
Yeah.
enough to think about and give you good choices. I don't always want to play a huge game, a huge complicated game. Sometimes I want to play a game which packs more into it than its size, let's say. So this.
Yeah. That's what I was hoping from Applejack,
We'll see,
actually.
yeah. We'll see what's in there. Tell me, Mr. Radu, what is your number 7?
7.
My number 7 is a game and our first overlap. What do we actually need? Just food and alcohol, right?
I see.
Beer and bread
I
is my
see.
number 7. Yeah, it's interesting how exactly after you have mine.
Yeah.
So for all the reasons that you've said, of course, I had to include a Michael Menzo. I hope he puts out a game every year so I can have it on my list. I immediately wanted it, and it's a very recent title. I have never heard of
Yeah, it
this
was
a few
announced,
weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
just announced out of the blue, and it took the internet by storm. I think it's a good title to look for. And like you said, the designer, it's a 2-player only game. It's the second one on my list with this player count. It's obviously going to have the illustration that would bring you inside the theme and how you compete with your villagers. There are 2 villages that try to make the best beer and best bread. And basically, you have multi-use cards and try to complete contracts, and who has the more points at the end of the game wins. Typical Euro game. So it's almost like going back to making. It has that nostalgic look,
If
and
you look at the cover, it's like I think he already drawn this man. I've seen him somewhere in a.
And if you look at the background,
Yeah, they all look alike. So
in the background, you could actually think of it as the Catan box, the sun and the weeds and all that. I know what you did. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's a very fun one. This is obviously gonna have good reception for sure.
Game. Mr. Kosti, what is your number 7?
I'm having some beer first. I don't have the bread,
Belgian beer.
and I don't. Yeah,
It,
and
it,
I don't have the game on my list. So it's
that would have been
it
so
was kind of
funny.
a surprise to see it on both of you. But anyways,
No, I don't think it was a surprise on my list.
Well,
I don't think so.
well,
rest assured, I'm gonna
yeah,
go to my
yeah.
old self very, very
We'll see.
fast. Okay.
So, my number seven. It's a game that I've been expecting. I think it's been like 2 or 3 years, more or less, that I've been changing emails with with this designer about this game because I was expecting this one. It's like I think it's 3 years now, and finally is
I don't
out.
know what is.
So my number seven. It's a solo game, and the name is Aleph Null from one of my favorite
Oh,
designer,
yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Boydell.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
But
I've been expecting this one,
why
like
it's
as I said, I'm
2021
preparing.
appears here?
I don't know because it was prepared actually in. I think it was even before the pandemic when everything starts, and then it was kind of put it out for 2021, but didn't happen, and a lot of changes
Yeah.
been once again made in the game. They've added some soundtracks, some bizarre soundtracks. So this is my first bizarre game on the list, by the way. And they added some creepy soundtrack that you can play with because
Yeah.
you have to summon a demon and stuff like that. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited that this one is finally out because I've been waiting for it. It's like I think it's 3 years now, and that's the game. It's a solo game when you have to summon a demon, and he will eventually come and have a beer and bread with you, and you have to get rid of your cards, and you don't have to have any cards in your hand or in your preparation zone and everything. And I'm super excited about this one. I couldn't believe when I saw that it's finally out, and they've added something on it. So it's yeah, it's I'm gonna rush to Frosted Games. Well, I already have a copy, but yeah,
Yeah.
I want it I
No,
want it so bad.
I haven't played Lux Eterna. I know you. I know you have
I
played.
love it.
I have to
I
try
love it.
it. There was a
Yeah,
mix up. I didn't manage to get my copy. I'll get it in Essen, and I'm gonna try to get this one
yeah.
also. Now you've raised my interest. I'm not a solo
Hmm.
player. You are out of the three of us.
Hmm.
You're the solo player here. You play the most solo.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the one
But
who likes solo.
from time to time, it's nice to have a good solo experience. And I think a
Yeah,
game which
indeed.
is constructed this way should be. Yeah, well, I want to try it. I want to see how it goes.
Yeah, you should try Lux Eterna also. It's a brilliant design
Okay.
for one
Uh,
player. There you go.
Aleph
My number
Nur.
seven. It's Aleph Null from
Tony
Frosted
Boydell.
Games and Tony Boydell.
Okay, my number seven is a game from Hooch Games, R&R.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. R&R and Who's
because I
Games.
really like
Yeah.
what they do. I'm a big fan of this company. They manage always to put up
Yep.
great titles. Great. I have
Mm-hmm.
in my collection games like Rajas of the Ganges, which I think they're what I call classics games, which I'll always enjoy, which can
Mm-hmm.
come out today and they will still be fun. They will not feel like a dated design.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. All miss from them.
yeah, also from them, yeah. But the game I have right now on my list, it's called East India
Companies. Yeah.
Companies. Sorry.
Yeah. I it's somewhere on my top 20.
It looked like, well, when I look at the game, I usually play. What's the playing time? I look here. I see what's the playing time. 90 to
Mm-hmm.
120 minutes. Interested. Now let's look at the rest. And well, it's a game where you have to trade. You have to. It's an economic game. What it looks like. And being Hooch, I was hooked. It looks good.
Yep.
It looks like a Euro game, practically. It looks like a Euro resources, manage resources, get points. But call me interested. in this one a lot. I want to try it, and I also would like to stream it on the channel. I hope I'll manage to get a copy, and yeah, I hope it's good. I really hope it's good because they have a good track, a good history with their releases, and I'm always, whenever this company has a game out, I'm always interested. So my number 7 was East India Companies, not company.
Yeah, unfortunately, R&R and Hook, they're not releasing game like every year. So that's why you are kind of interested when you see one title from them, because you know what was before, and you have expectation.
Yeah, it says here, it says something. Players manage a large shipping company that trades with the flunk trading posts in India. They must manage their ships and invest in buying shares at their own company. I like these things. Who knows me knows I like my economic heroes. So this one is for me. Okay, I think, is it working now? I hope it's working. Yeah, I'm reverting to, yeah, it's just not, I don't know why, but it's crashing, and it shouldn't be crashing. Can you hear us fine? This is what's important. I hope you can hear us fine. Is everything now okay? Well, oh no, no. Is it okay now? Okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay now?
Yeah, I think it should be fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I've checked it also.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
George say yes, so yeah, I hear it too, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It froze. It just froze.
It's the weight of this.
Yeah.
And the expectation of these games it's grabbing the
excitement, and the pressure and everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's go to number
6.
Yes.
Let's go to number 6.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why you can't see me? Why you cannot see me? Isn't that what? I don't know what's happening. I sincerely don't know what's happening. Okay, let me see. Wait a second. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I am not working anymore. On. I think we're okay now. We should be okay.
We should be okay.
Are we okay now?
Rewind. We should be okay. My number 10. Radu, I can't hear you.
Radu, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Hello.
There you go. Hello.
Okay. Finally.
So, it was lunch break. So let's go. Half of the club lunch break. Go.
So for the second part of this top 10.
Second part of the top. Yeah, it's actually Monday morning. Welcome.
This is It's sabotage, I tell you. Someone is cutting
I'm pretty
your internet
yeah.
connection.
Okay.
I'm pretty much sure that I know where the internet came from now.
Comes from.
Watch out.
Okay, let's go
now
for
it's
number
not.
6.
It's not you.
Let's go for number 6.
Okay,
Yep,
so
number 6.
we'll not keep the audience waiting anymore.
I'm sorry
And
for that. Okay, go.
few artists make you buy the game just by seeing the cover, and you probably
No,
know.
make you.
Well, everyone who has been
Sorry,
talking about
my
this
bad.
game,
My bad.
I'm one of them. And everyone that talks about this game says it's an instant addition to their collection. The theme is very they try to. Well, the game is Tribe of the Wind. Obviously, artist Vincent
Yeah.
Dutrait. It's one that I hold in high esteem and respect. And he whatever he puts his pen to turns into gold. And I can't talk about the mechanisms as much because I haven't played it, but
What a praise.
aesthetically wise, it's an eye candy that you can watch and never be bored with it. So basically, you're humans in the future that after an apocalyptic event, you're trying to rebuild the earth by planting trees and building sanctuaries and all that. I don't know much more about it. I only what's available on the BGG site and an unboxing done by the company La Botte du Jeu. That's, you should pronounce it better than I do. And yeah, this is the cover just made itself number 6 on my list without any shadow of a doubt.
Looks like a hand management game. It looks, yeah. These remind me of those old Fantasy Flight cards. Old Fantasy Flight cards. Yeah.
It's another tiling game where you try to, once you build something, then it turns into something else, and you have objectives that you have to complete, like contracts. So it's not, I don't know what adds to the mechanics that we already know, but the presentation itself made me convinced of trying to acquire it. So hopefully the cover will will speak for itself.
I see. Well,
cool.
Yeah.
I saw this one on several lists. Not on mine, but I saw it.
Not mine, mine either.
It's a good one. Okay.
But I have to say, not that I think Vincent Dutreit's artwork probably works for this game. I don't like everything he does. Unlike Radu,
I do.
Who's a Vincent Dutrait.
I'm
a big fan.
I'm an hyper fan, yes. Uber fan.
Cool, and you should be if you like it. You like it, so yeah.
Of course.
But it's a game that I saw it in on several lists.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of hyper.
It had to be on mine for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kosti?
I'm expecting very beautiful games from your side. Not like this one that I will talk about now, because one of us should have a beige one, yellowish one on the list.
Radu had one already.
Sure. It was that was just a paper, so it's not. Yeah.
No, not Radu.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, that one.
You already had one.
I'm having on the 6th spot Lacrimosa from Devir. Which is Devir is kind of it's getting a little bit higher on my preferences. Let's say
I do like the cover though.
On a publisher side, yeah, and they already struck me with Bitoku last year, which I enjoyed a lot, and I'm still enjoying a lot. I'm still playing that one a lot, and This one is, and I think it's just a personal thing. I think that games with such theme art and music and stuff like that, we are missing these ones these days. So I'm always interested when one of these come around. And
I wouldn't
yeah, this
call
one
this
you're playing
beige.
like
I'm sorry, but this is not beige.
it's well yellowish,
Yellowish. I wouldn't call this
beige,
beige.
greenish stuff. They have some discs over there, color discs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Going back to the game, it's something that I would probably enjoy. It's promising. It's a game when you play something in the past, when Mozart was there and helping him with his stuff, and then he dies and the masterpiece is not finished, and then you will play in the present to trying continuing building that masterpiece and do shows and make a lot of money. But yeah, it's interesting when it has some cards then you want to play, and it's kind of a pressure on you because you want to use those cards as action, but in the meantime you can use the resource generators on that. So it's at least promising for me, and yeah, it's number 6, Lacrimosa from David.
Lacrimosa.
Excellent pick.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks
Thank
good.
you.
Looks good. I think this is not done by the same guy who did the Bitoku. No, this is different.
No. I was just talking about the company that about the publisher. Yeah, it's not the one. It's actually a duo. It's not the one that make. That's Milan. I don't remember the name.
You like it because it's Anachrony in the 18th century.
Well, not really, but yeah, I can see the past and the present. That was past in the future.
I like the artwork on the cards.
Yeah, it's a nice looking game for me too.
It looks good. It's not beige. I don't see this as beige. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to my number 6.
Yeah.
My number 6 is a game which comes from a smaller publisher. It is a publisher which I enjoy, from Iron Games. I like Cartago, Penelopes. I think Penelopes.
Yeah.
Penelopes is. I think it's a very good game, which I would like.
Is the one with the brilliant cover?
Yeah, it looks very good. The cover looks very, very, very good. The game is Discordia, and
it's my number 11.
And the fact is that I think that somehow he thought about naming this game so close. I think it's so close to Concordia somehow. You know, I don't know if it will be as good as the forenamed title, but I'm waiting to see how. I think he does very good games. I think this is prototype, or this is the final. I think this is final release. No, oh, I don't know.
It's beige.
It's a bit beige. This is a Euro game through and through.
Yeah.
But well, you know me. I like me Euros.
Yeah, they've done. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. They've done it in 2020, I think. No, it was 19 before the pandemic. The same designer had Pandoria, which was a nice Euro game also.
Game, yeah.
It was a co-design with I'm forgetting his name. Jeffrey D. Alice. Yeah. Iron Games. Yeah.
So these two, this is a game which I'm really excited about. I really want to try it, and I hope, I'll also be able to stream it for you people to see.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because immediately you start to think of Concordia, and when you look in the box, it's because
of the
no
name.
Similarities.
No,
yeah, but it's just because of the name. Yeah, because if you look into the game, it's completely another thing. Yeah,
they could have looked for another name, just not to be related.
Well, it's a good name, I say.
It's a good name.
One's
Discordia.
harmony, the other ones are not as harmonious. So
Yeah, here it says that you develop your city by building farms, barracks, defenses, harbors, and markets, and by trading with ships. Use your seamen, soldiers, merchants, and farmers profitably. Fulfill decrees and secure privileges. It's a Euro game. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But
it has. I know it has a little bit of dice rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to manage that, but
well, if it's smartly done, I don't think it's dice rolling.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, could be.
That's why
because both of them. Yeah.
It's exactly. It looks to be a medium-sized Euro game. So I'm interested. In this. My number 6 was Discordia. It's got numbers 5, and let's hope this time it doesn't freeze. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, whenever I have to speak, something goes wrong.
Makes you think.
All right. So
go.
Yeah, you were talking about Bitoku a little bit earlier, and this is the designer coming with a new game this year.
I know what it is. I know.
And
this is so hyped right now. It is so hyped right now that I didn't want to put it.
Come on! It's the golden age of Spanish design, and you have to celebrate that. So I'm all on board the hype train. Go and show me. This is it. So this is probably the hardest game on my list, but I like the theme so much, and the story behind it, and how you're building Alhambra and writing the poems on the walls, and you kind of get hooked by the 3 rondels that do 3 different things with your 3 custom meeples. It's your standard Euro mechanisms of making routes, getting resources, turning them into buildings that will give you points ultimately. But how you do that and how you make your strategies, that's where I think this is why it's quite so hyped, right? Because it combines all the Euro mechanisms to give you a different flavor of it, and I hope it does well. And Ludonova deserves it.
I hope so.
It looks. I don't know anything. I haven't played it, so everything inside makes me want to try it.
Yeah, it's so hyped right now. This game, so hyped.
Yeah.
So that's your number 5.
Yeah.
Kosti, what's your number 5?
That's my number 5.
That's an interesting one. You want more hype, or should I pass?
Is it the same hype?
So my number 5, it's Sabika from Ludonova, and the same designer of Bitoku. And yeah, I was also pumped about the mechanisms in this one. I don't care about the cover and Alhambra and everything. It's just that featuring that 3 rondel that I'm very curious about it. And in addition of that, it has also some trades routes between Europe and Maghreb, which is gonna be kind of like a network building or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's I was pumped about the mechanism in this one, and of course Milan. What is the name? I always forget.
Herman P. Milan.
Herman P. Milan. Yeah, had a great design last year, and I'm expecting kind of a same thing. Although it's number 5 on my list. But yeah, I'm very curious about this one and very pumped about those mechanisms over there. So yeah, number 5, Sabika, Ludonova.
So we were thinking
really,
about
really up on my list also. Yeah. They've done Shinkansen last year, which I liked it a lot, and yeah, curious and pumped about this one.
Yeah.
Well, welcome on the hype train. Hop on in.
Okay. Welcome on the hype train. I'll go to my number 5, which is a game. I don't know how many people are um, I don't know how many people are excited about this one. I'm probably in a very few. I'm one of the very few, but it is the sequel to the sequel to Concordia. The sequel to Concordia
Okay.
was Transatlantic. I really like Transatlantic. Unfortunately, it was not a game which I have it in my collection. I like it. I play it. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit different. It's not the same game. It has the same. It has somehow the same mechanism, but it is a whole different game. And this is it was supposed to be Transatlantic 2, and in the end ended up called Crossing
Transatlantic 3.
Oceans. Well, it's a
Yeah.
MacGurd's design. It's a PD Verlag.
Yeah, a big box.
Big box, yeah. Now, what can I say? Like I said, it has now. You won't have the rondel in your hands. You won't have the hand
Yeah,
management
because
of the
it's from
cards.
the Rondell guy.
Yeah, you will have um, um, you will have the rondel on the map, as I've seen. It will have a big map now. I am curious. I am interested because, like I said, I love Concordia is in my top 20, and Transatlantic is I really liked it. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm curious to see how he managed to spin it into transforming the card mechanism into a rondel mechanism, which is Mr. Rondel. Uh, yeah, and how the rest of the game works, because I like Navegador. I like most of his designs, and I'm curious to see how this one pans out, how this one will feel. So my number 5,
Should be a good one.
I hope so. My number 5 is Crossing. I don't know if I've shown people, and it doesn't have a lot of. It has a huge board, but I don't think this. I think this is prototype. So I haven't seen how it looks. Now you can see here it has the rondel. I don't know how it is, how
Yep.
it looks. The final production. I want to see the final production. Yeah, it looks like a Euro game, which I don't know came out 10 years ago. But I don't care if it is in the end a very good game. I don't want flashy
Of course.
looks. If it
Yeah.
if it looks good enough for the theme and the mechanisms inside. If a game looks better, okay, fine, let it be. It looks nice. It can be more inviting. It's nice to have that, but if it doesn't have a good game underneath, well, I won't keep a game to look at it.
Well, at least it's not hyped.
At least
Okay.
this is not hype.
Not that much.
No,
Yeah, not that much.
So my number 5 is Crossing Oceans. Let's go to number 4.
Okay, my number 4 is going to be one of the titles with the biggest the problem with how to justify it, how to put it on the table, and two of those things are definitely no-nos for the fixed player count and the app integration. But
With the devil.
Deal with the
What?
Devil
Deal with the
is
Devil.
on my list because I like medieval things. Now, this integrates a whole lot of player interaction without knowing who you're dealing with. That's the app's way of randomizing or not knowing who you're passing your stuff to. And you have 4 roles that you're playing, either mortal, cultist, and the devil himself, who's trying to eat your soul. And yeah, it's a almost a deduction game, and you're trying to complete these objectives by building stuff. And if you're doing well, then the Inquisition is going to knock on your door. If you're doing bad, then the Inquisition will knock at your door as well. And if you don't prepare for that, it's bad news. So it's presented as a fun experience, but you have to really try to see how it manages to create that dynamic of not knowing who you're dealing with, because you don't know what they need. You're just trying to sell these make trades with the ones at the table, but you don't know if they accept it or not. So it's something that I'm intrigued ever since I've seen the cover and looked at what it's in the box, and I want to try it.
I was interested in this game. My only problem with it is 4 players. You need to have 4 players.
Like I said,
it's only for 4 players. I don't have a problem with app integration. I think this is Mateusz Kotri's follow-up to Alchemists, which I think is a very fun game, a very well-designed game, and which I like today still. Which is I've talked about that game at some point. And I am very interested to play this game and see how it feels. But I think it is in a way it's good, because not all games need to be 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, but you need to have that group in order to play 4 players constantly to play this game, and probably manage to get into that theme. Or if you're going to manage to get into that, you need to play the game a lot of times, because you need to pass mechanisms you need to feel the mechanisms. You need the mechanisms to go inside you, and not think of them too much in order to go into the game from a theme perspective. So you need that. You need a constant player. You need those 4 players. And I don't know if they made an app. I don't know why they did not do, 1, 2 players in that app, which can act as automas and make it a 2-player. Or if you have an app,
I'm sure there's a reason for that.
Probably, who knows?
Probably the deduction side of it made it probably too
hard to integrate.
It's better. Yeah, it's better to have the people on the table than to integrate it in an app and everything. But I'm sure it's gonna be a blast with this one on the CG booth. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah,
probably.
Me too.
Okay, so let's go to Kosti. Kosti, what's your number 4?
My number 4, it's a game that I wanted since the beginning. It's a very dark theme, and you kind of know that I like dark themes.
Yeah,
this one comes from Spielworks, and the name is London Necropolis Railway. So it's a game that was on GameFound, I think, or Kickstarter. I don't remember very well. Yeah, it will come up at Essen. Copies are there. It's a game about it's a game by Daniel Newman, who made also, if I don't mistake, The Watch last year, or this year, last year, which was also a nice little game. This one is about I have to be honest. I was really pumped about the theme in this one. I mean, transporting corpses to the Brookwood cemetery in London during the cholera age, let's say. It has an interesting action selection mechanism and hand management of your stuff, and how you transport those bodies in a cemetery. And Spielworks is one of my favorite publishers. Daniel Newman, it's on my radar for some years, and I like a lot Harald Lischke, so it's a good combination for me. Very promising, this game. So number 4 for me is London Necropolis Railway from Spielworks.
Yeah, I tried to. I am not. Yeah. What the effing? We're okay now? What? What? What did it happen? What? What did it happen? What did it happen? What did it happen? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I think we're on again. Yeah, I'm not. I'm reverting to the old, and I'm gonna stay with that one because this one just doesn't work. This is just. I can't believe it. So. Okay, that was
part
number
3.
4. Number 4. What the? Okay, can you hear us now? Are we okay now?
I was expecting a train game in your list. Yeah.
So, are we okay now? I don't think we're okay. I don't know what happened. This is, as you call it, sabotage. I'm waiting for it to on. I think we should be fine now for a while at least. Can you see me? Hello? Are we still there? Are you still there?
How are we? You good? I see.
You don't want to know. I'm reverting to everything I did.
Yeah, if I could turn back time.
Okay, this is just one of those. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think that's a compliment. So,
Okay, number 4.
a pilgrim monk,
I'm
huh?
going to number 4. Number 4 is n-are treabă. Nu e prin sârmă internet. Not a problem with the internet.
It really doesn't matter anymore. We should just. Oh no! Yeah, I think it's.
Okay, let's go to my number 4. My number 4 is from a designer which, every game he does, it's a bit weird, but he always makes a good game. And some games are good. and that game is Findorf. This one says Findorf is one of the 23 districts of Bremen, the hometown of Friedman Fries. Findorf has 3 F's and is named after someone. In Findorf, the game, you build up the district of Findorf in the period of from 1803 to 1916. 6 major railway stations stood in Findorf, and you built practically these railway stations. Besides using boats, the small railway helps to transport even more peat from the bog in the north of Bremen to Findorf. During the first half, offers an economic engine builder with a resource market for peat, known from power grid, and innovative resource management required when building rail tracks and houses in Findorf. So it's an economic game, and and it has railways. Yeah. I really like. I usually enjoy Friedman Fries' games. Power Grid is one of those. I think the one with the future was an interesting title. It had some problems with replayability, I think. I really like Fremde Fender. That's the name in German, which is it's a deck building game about the political system in Germany. You can't hear him. Who you cannot hear? Let's see, why is that? It shouldn't be a problem, because let's see. No, come on, talk a little bit, Kosti. Now talk, Kosti.
They hear me, but it should.
I mean, yeah, now you can hear him. I don't know why. Sometimes it comes through a channel, sometimes it goes to another channel. Now you should hear him just fine. Now it's okay. Is it okay?
Yeah, I think it should be fine now. I don't know. I don't have any problems around here, so it's from over there.
In the mixer shows me that there is sound, and sound comes all the way to. I hope it's okay now. So, like I said, I really like his designs, and I am sorry I didn't manage to get to play that game with the which has some sort of a Concordia feel of buying cards with the crocodiles.
Yeah, Fayum.
Fayum, yeah.
I played it once. It's a nice one. It's really nice. I mean, it has, as you said, it has that mechanism with cards and playing your cards, and then kind of destruct your deck, and it's really nice. I only played it once, but I hope to play more.
It doesn't look very good. This one, I think it fits the theme better than on the other one, but it had nice pieces. The other one.
Yes.
I hope this one has nice pieces also. This one is also a bit beige.
Greenish,
but it's Friedman Fries, and I'm quite interested in playing this game. So my number 4 is Findorf.
Findorf, yeah. Curious about the answer.
Give me your number 3, Radu.
This
almost there.
Yeah. This is not the weirdest one, but the one that I know less about.
You can't have the weirdest one. I have the weirdest one.
No, that's not the weirdest. It's the least information I have for. And nobody has made any videos, just barely description and a few pictures. The thing that's drawing me to this game is part by the designer, who's Michael Renick, and the other one is that it promises adventure, right? So the game is called Venturesome. So, the description in BGG is as vague as you can be, recollect the images from your childhood, all the exciting books, graphic novels, and movies full of tireless discoverers and travelers, surprisingly lethal archaeologists, secret agents, or crocodile hunters. It feels like all these things, they promise, like I said, the adventure, and the way that I see it now, it looks like they're trying to. It looks a bit like Lost Ruins of Arnak. They're I hope not, and I know nothing about it, about apart the description on BGG. Everyone
like
can have a look there.
It looks more
What?
like it looks more like a card game. Arnak has a big board.
I don't know. There's no rule book. There's no gameplay. This is what you get. Now, if you like the designer, if you like the box cover, it's perfect. And it's on the catalog of the guide from Spiel, and it's coming from the publisher Lucrum Games, which I don't know anything about. So I don't know if this is what this is about, but I want to go there and ask a few questions, and it's intrigued me. So I don't know how difficult it is. What are you doing? Mechanisms. It's hand management, set collection, and take that. So it's probably a highly interactive between. It has a highly a dose of interaction between the players, which is fine by me. And the illustrations look nice. The box is nice as well. So yeah, there you have.
Hello, Jonathan, and welcome. I don't know who Adlungspalast Geflüster is. I have no idea. If you can tell us, maybe he's a writer or something. Not familiar with him.
I think I've read it in the description. It's a successor to this game that he's is mentioning. Is based on that game, so probably
I see.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. It looks like a card game. It doesn't look like not. It has similarities in artwork with Arnak, but I don't know.
I want to see what this designer has done. He's just like my I forgot. The Swindlers, right? With Matthias Kramer.
Yeah.
The guy made the trilogy of Pillars of the Earth. So it has to be something that I want. I'm usually pay attention to.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Sorry for being vague. The description is vague as well. So that's what you get.
Yeah. Okay. Your number 3, Kosti?
Yeah, my number 3 is a game from a publisher that I didn't have it on my radar till recently. And it's Mandu Games, and the game it's called Deities.
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 This is
it's
also
an area majority. It's an area majority influence game. A mechanism that I like a lot. One of my favorite mechanisms, and it looks kind of right on my alley. It has kind of a fighting for territories, resources, and influence on the board.
How is it spelled? Because I
Deitws. Mandu Games. DEITES.
Deities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Deities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Found
Yeah.
it.
It gives me a little bit of a Iwari feeling, but I'm not sure because they implemented some mechanisms when you put a token on when you put a village on a board, and then you will get some resources, but you will have to find some resources in that line that you will form with that token that you put, and then you will gain those resources, and then you will flip the tokens with the resources and make something available for your opponents. I'm saying here, and I don't know if you're understanding, but I'm really curious about the mechanisms on this one, and it looks quite colorful.
Yeah, it has nice
actually.
pieces.
Yeah,
I find it a bit
and
too over the place.
could be
All
it's
over
an
the
area
too all over
majority
the place.
influence. So yeah,
Too,
yeah.
to, with the pieces.
It's promising for me. Yeah, it's very promising for me. It's some mechanisms that I enjoy, and yeah, it's number 3 on my list. Date is from Mandu Games.
Yeah, looks. I've seen this one, but I found it
Mm-hmm.
a bit too. I'm sorry. Let me go here. I found it a bit too busy. Everything looks so. The way the pieces go on the board, I find them all over the place.
Yeah,
Too much,
yeah,
so much color, so much. It looks a bit too much for me. But it might
mm-hmm.
be a good game.
Understand?
It might be a good
Yeah,
game
I'm very curious
underneath.
about it.
Yeah. Uh,
That's my number 3. Oops.
so number 3. Let's go to my number 3. No. Well, you know what? Sometimes you just have to jump on the hype train. Uh,
Are you kidding me?
and when you see playing time, a game of 3.5, playing time around 60 to 120 minutes, well, I have to see what it does. Sabika, I should have done this first than here.
Yeah.
It,
You're giving me hard times before. Yeah. Oh, welcome.
also, this one has a bit of a bit of beige in that rondelle, but it has color all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the things you said about it. I'm interested to see. I cannot know how the game will feel until I play it.
Of course.
I'm interested to see if those 3 rondelles will make my brain do work in certain ways. In the end, this is what I look in a game. How and if the mechanisms, the way they gel, will make me feel. And I cannot say until I play it. Okay, it looks. Maybe sometimes the game might not look very, very good for me or a very good fit for me, but then I play it and I realized, man, this is good. Or it does. I don't know. Until I play it, I'll have to see it. But I have to go on the hype train because it is interesting. I haven't played Bitoku because I didn't go out of my way to get a copy. It looked a bit too messy, too much. But I haven't played it yet.
Too much color.
Yeah, it looked a bit.
Everything shades of gray.
No, not shades of gray. No,
And beige.
but not beige. Yeah. So I don't know if Bitoku is good or not. I'm waiting to see how this one is, and how it will feel. I like the pieces.
So this is.
I like I like how it looks. I hope it will look a bit better. I've seen it. I don't know. I've seen a playthrough somewhere, and I don't know if it was final copy. But yeah, I'll have to see it in front of me. I have had this experience when a game looked better in front of me than it looked on TV, on a stream.
Yeah.
So that's my number
So
3, the hype trade.
officially a 3-way
Yep.
crossover.
With Sadika.
Yeah.
Go to number 2.
Okay, so if it hasn't appeared on any of your list, I doubt it will ever. So this is a game that was teased at the Essen last year, and this year I think they'll have it there. I'm not 100% sure, but Game Brewer is getting kind of back
Is
on
it
track
oak?
and trying to. It is oak.
Oak.
So it was one of my most
Anticipated game, yeah.
anticipated games for this year, and now
So okay, sorry. I think we're okay now.
yeah. Can we show
So
the big picture?
yes, right now.
Okay. So I don't know how much you have heard. You know, I'm talking about
A worker
oak.
placement with a twist.
Worker placement with a twist from Game Brewer, who I think they're that kind of their highlight of this year's game, and it has a very interesting way of customizing your meeples. Well, basically they're small meeples that you can put different traits to them, and either it's oh yeah, basically, yeah. And who's the best climber? That's the one who basically wins the game. So yeah, like hope you like the description of that and makes you check this one out. I think it's one that's been on my radar and has not left it since. So
I see.
this is why it's number 2.
Okay, looks interesting. I don't know until I don't know if it's just a gimmick or not. This one, but
Oh, I'm there.
yeah, that's cool. Uh, okay, I will. Oh, Kosti, your number 2. I'm skipping you again.
I'm starting to wonder why you're here at all.
Terracotta. Wait a second, Kosti. Wait a second. Wait a second. Apparently, people don't hear you. But again, yes, yes. Believe it or not, yes.
That was a real sabotage today.
Okay.
It was a
Yeah,
real
yeah. Now I
sabotage.
can hear you. So your number
Now-
is
Yeah, as I said before,
Terracotta.
there was a game of board and dice that puts a shadow of Tiletum, and that's Terracotta Army, which it was my one of my most anticipated games of the year because of the mechanisms that blend over there, that action selection that you can manipulate also in the same time, the area majority controlling that board when you put the soldiers and the Terracotta Army, the ancient Asian team that I usually tend to like. So it's really, really, really on my radar since
Okay.
kind of I don't know 1 year I think. So yeah, I'm really pumped about this
It's
one.
in my top.
Can't wait to
20
play it.
also.
Yeah, can't wait to play.
Both of them. Also, Tiletum in my top 15. This is in my top 20. I think I for one want to play more Tiletum than I want to play Terracotta Army, but I'm interested in playing both of them and seeing how they are. And
You must really like Board and Dice to have both
yeah,
2 games on the same the same list.
And this is
I do.
a bit less beige than it has
Yeah,
more pink.
it's dark.
It has
Does it have miniatures?
it has miniatures.
Ah, okay.
It has
has
some.
miniatures.
Then it wouldn't have been a Terracotta Army without
Yeah.
an
Yeah, of
army of
course.
miniatures.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can't put tiles. Yeah. No.
Okay, so that was your number 2. I don't know. I
Yes.
don't know that much about the mechanisms in this game. I'm interested in trying it and seeing it. It felt I've seen the board and I'm not. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Mhm.
I don't. I think the one in Tiletum is cleaner than this one. But I'm interested in playing it and seeing it. If it's good, it might be a very good game. Don't know. It has. I think it's a game by Adam Kwapinski, and
Yeah.
I like him as a designer, and I'm interested in trying it also.
Yeah.
So my number two, yeah. Well,
Yo.
my number 2 is also on the hype train. And it's an overlap with you, Kosti, and the game is I'm not gonna dwell too much on it. It's Lacrimosa.
Okay.
It looked interesting. It doesn't. I mean, I haven't seen it as beige, as you say. I don't think it's beige. I really like the artwork.
Mhm.
I think it's in the spirit of the theme. I don't. I have looked a bit about mechanisms. It looks like a Euro game, without.
For sure.
Looks
Yeah.
like a Euro game. It looked interesting. I'm willing to all the things that you said about it. I don't want to repeat them. I'm already down because of everything that happened with on the technical side. But I'm not hyped. I wouldn't say I'm not hyped about any game these days because I think I already have
Yeah, of course.
200 games which I can play for the rest of my 20 lives. But I'm interested in playing all of these games, and I'm interested to know how they feel, and I'm interested in to dig deep to see how they work and how they manage to play with mechanisms. How do they how do they make these mechanisms more fresh? And this one looks. I like the way it looks, and I'm interested to see how it plays. I really like the artwork, like I said, on the cards and on the on the board. So my number 2 is Lacrimosa. Let's go to
Yep. For sure.
to the last one. No.
The first one.
Yeah. The cherry on top.
The cherry on top. Radu, which is your number?
Okay. Well, is there any room in that hype terrain of yours?
Wow.
In a room in what? In what?
In that hype train that you guys are in.
Oh, of course.
Yes, there is.
Okay, so just keep on showing Lacrimosa pictures.
Lacrimosa.
But that is not. This is not a.
I was expecting that. I was expecting
This
that
is not
coming
a
from
game
you.
on your alley.
Probably not number 1, but I've expected that.
Yeah, this is not a game on your alley. This is a 3.5, I think, or something like that. It's a medium-heavy game.
I have no idea.
I have transformed you, my friend. I have transformed you.
It's definitely the artwork and the theme.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah. No. The thing is, this was again teased at the Essen last year, so it stayed with me. We had a conversation earlier in the year. We talked about there's no classical or musical themed board games, and this one was so I had so much expectation. I really enjoy classical music. I try to listen to as much as possible, and I hope this theme brings or has enough sense that I want to feel like Mozart's life in front of me.
Have you
And
seen Amadeus?
you know, of course, yeah. I don't know how close to reality that is. It might be a bit embellished and all that, and but nonetheless, a very good movie.
I don't think it's.
I want to feel the music. I want to feel in the game, and I hope that delivers it. The aesthetics of it, the box, like you said, is really inviting, and it shows you, you know, it corresponds to what you find in the box, which is, you know, a good thing. It might be a heavier game, but so is Sabika. So, you know,
it's a medium one. It's not a heavy one.
I've grown on the channel, so I can say that this is one of my expected
I
titles.
told you,
So.
I have transformed you, my friend.
But
still,
it's
still not close to our how do you call that? Arkwright, but
3.36. I don't know if it's like that because I don't know who played the game enough to give it a rating.
Yeah, it's not accurate. It's just I don't even look at the numbers right now. So
but when I looked at it, I saw that it's 90 minutes. If it's a 90-minute game, usually it's not a very these days a 90-minute game. If it's not involved, it's not a good game. So
wow, this is talking without playing the game, so
it
might change your mind.
I'm pretty curious about this one too. So it was on all of our lists. So
the second one, Sabika was the other one. So we're on the Spanish train, baby.
kind of,
yeah. It is.
It's more of curiosity. I don't think it's really hyped because, to be honest, I will not be sad if I'm not coming back with Lacrimosa from Essen, but I will be probably sad if I'm not coming with another one that I'm telling you in a minute. But it's I don't even pre-order it or something like that. It's just that I'm curious about it.
Yeah.
So
me too.
yeah,
me too.
We will probably play it there together.
We will probably play it. Yeah, of course. But let's see how the time goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That was a nice one.
I was not expecting this one from you. I was not expecting this one from you.
This was my only the only game I knew that what the position was. I started from this one.
Okay.
This is
You
number
started from
one.
there.
What else can I add to this list?
Okay, tell us.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting because it's kind of my idea that I had it, and it's an idea that I had it like this game that I'm telling you. It's like
Well,
okay.
Number one. Let's go to number one.
Let's go to number one. It's a game that as I said, I'm gonna be sad if I'm not coming back with it, but I'm hoping to coming back with it.
Yeah.
And you had it on your list, Bogi, before, I am really excited and pumped about Pilgrim from Spielworks.
Oh,
I am really now you can say that I'm really hyped about this game because it has again one of my favorite publisher, one of my favorite designer, Nick Case, which is really good, and it has also Harald Lischke that I like a lot.
One of your favorite artists.
Then again, it might be a brilliant game from mechanisms perspectives. So I really enjoyed that Mancala style when you move your pilgrims around and on the intersection, and I like the kind of an 18xx style when you put your like a rares of the world or something like that when you put your hexes on the board and create that route. The development of the board it's kind of a 18xx style. So I was, like Radu said, I was like, okay, starting for Pilgrim number one and go and see what I can put on that list. But I'm really it's my most anticipated game of the year, and I really hope to come back with a copy. number one, Pilgrim. I'm super excited about this one. Super hype, super pumped. You name it, but yeah, it's my number one.
Um,
Yeah.
I would have had it higher but I knew that most probably it won't be there. Probably they'll have a
Yeah.
copy or two.
I'm not sure it's gonna be there, this game. I assume that they will try to
Yeah.
do something, but then it's not 100% sure that the game will be there. So
Yep.
yeah, maybe later then. But then again, yeah, we'll see.
Radu, what is your number one?
Lacrimosa.
Are you kidding me? I am done with it.
I'm done with it.
My number one, I think, is going to be it is a heavy game. It is a heavier title.
Should be.
It is a game that I think went on Kickstarter a few years ago.
Okay.
It's from Ion Game Design.
Ion Game Design. Okay. Yeah.
It's a
I see it.
Galetus.
Galenus.
Galenus.
It's not that heavy, no?
Well,
As I remember.
well, it is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You do medicine in Imperial
Yeah.
Rome,
Yeah.
and you have to balance that. And it's a worker placement game. You plan to do up to 6 actions and then decide when and how to resolve them. As such, some players can still be planning their actions while you're already resolving them. You can choose to recruit and treat patients, gaining knowledge in one of 4 humors, publish works based on that knowledge, acquire herbs to aid your work, rejuvenate the bats, or adapt a new philosophy.
Yeah.
At the end of the game, you compete in medical contests, spending your focus and knowledge to gain reputation. So in a way, you get points, and you'll in a way you get resources to transform them to one way or another through points, or through a chain. They'll go into points.
Yeah.
It's
interesting that the designer doesn't have it has 1 or 2 games until now, I think.
Yeah.
It was fairly.
Nu știu unde s-a oprit. Okay, I don't know where it stopped. So, if somebody can tell us, it's important. I don't know. I have to. Let me see if Kosti is in here. Yeah, but you got your number one, yeah. No, okay.
I have mine.
So would have been my number one would have been Galenus. I've talked a bit about it. It's a, like I said, it's an Ion Game Design, which the designer has 1 or 2 games which is not very well-known games. And it's like I said, it's an Ion Game Design, and it's not a game done either by Matt Eklund or Phil Eklund. So it should be maybe a different approach. I'm really interested to try this game. I like playing time is 60 to 120 minutes, 1 to 4 players, so it would play fine probably for 2 or 3 players. The kind of the player count which I'm comfortable playing, usually a heavier title. Here it says it has a weight of 4 out of 5. I don't know. I hope it will work well. I don't know. I'm really interested in this game. In trying it and see how it feels. Pieces are nice.
Yeah.
So let's see.
I think 4 days is enough to try a lot of things at the fair.
Yeah.
All this game.
Yeah. And this is just our
Yeah.
our
I'm
selection.
sorry for the. I will revert everything to my old settings. I will revert all upgrades because it
I think you
it
should, yeah.
was the worst
Yeah.
experience which we had live in a while.
Well, you shouldn't say this at the end of the stream. Well, if you people have stuck us to with us till the end, you deserve a
Yeah,
medal.
yeah. If somebody, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. This is what happened. I never thought that I'm gonna have so many problems. And now Costi freeze, but I think this time it's not me.
It's not me either. I didn't do anything.
Oh Lord. Okay.
This is the most plagued
Um.
list in the history of lists. The the
Ah,
mother of all.
Yeah.
So
well,
Yeah.
now you're okay. Now we
yeah,
can see. Yeah, you're moving.
yeah, yeah. I'm moving. It's yeah, it was a nice one. As always, tops are nice.
I'm gonna close the
Anticipated
TVs.
games of the year, Spiel, and everything. It's always a pleasure. So yeah, I'm hoping to try at least those games. Um, I'm not sure if I have a copy of each one, but it's 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 very kind of important if you want to try at least
Yeah,
once all
Yeah.
those great
I want to
games.
try them all, and I have some more. And if you
Of course, we have more.
I would like to talk to two or three more games which I'm interested in trying. One is Hamlet.
Hmm.
I hope I'll know it because I'm a big fan of city building. One is Revive, which I've heard so many things about. Which I'm not a really big fan of the way it looks,
Yeah,
but I'm interested in trying it. And I don't know how heavy it is. It looked interesting. The Wolves, a game
yeah, the Wolves,
by Pandasaurus game.
Pandasaurus. Yeah,
Yeah, looked interesting. It the rating on BG is 2.5, so it looked rather easy for me, for
Hmm.
myself. But I'm interested in seeing how it feels.
yeah,
Do you want to talk about? And like I said, La Familia, which I know it will be, which is a Euro game, which will be available from Fairland and able to play. What are
Well, it says
yeah
2023, so it's
next year?
next
Yeah,
year, I suppose. Well, I only I have two honorable mentions that I would like to. For some reason they could not fit in this list. For one is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood of Venice. It was a
oh,
Kickstarter. It wasn't available last year, but now they say that they will have a retail copy at their booth, which I'm a very big fan of the video game. So I'm looking. No, I would like to have to try it. Then, of course, I will have to mention the new edition of Legends of Andor, Endless Winter, I suppose it will be called. Apparently, it's going to be in German, so we'll have to wait to see who's localizing where. So these two are high on my list as well. So
Kosti?
well, I had in this list, let's say I had Findorf from Friedman Friese and 2F Spiele. I have the other little game with a bizarre cover from Friedman Spiele, the from Friedman Friese, the two-player game of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fancy Feathers.
Fancy feathers. Yeah.
It's really interesting talking about mechanisms. Now it's a two-player game, like going on the row and
On the
on the
row.
row and take those cards. Yeah, on the row and take the cards and leave for the other one. It's kind of interesting on the play side, but man, that cover it's
Yeah, I know.
bizarre things and dark theme and stuff like that. But yeah, once again, that one I had it on my list. I had 1998 ISS from Looping
Yeah,
Games,
yeah,
which are on my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
radar.
that looked
from a few years
interesting.
ago.
Yeah, that looked
Yeah, it was an
interesting.
interesting one. I had a light one from Guerra de Mitos,
Uh-huh.
Insecta de Ladios in Tabology. It's a light game, but I had it on the list on the top 20, 25, 30, something like that. And I had also the Baumeister von Köln, a small city building, let's say, game from I don't remember the publisher. I really don't remember the publisher. The Baumeister von Köln. It was on my list too.
Oh, looks
So
interesting.
there
I
you go.
haven't heard of this one. Yeah, well, I had here a big list of games, but some of them are well known. I concentrated myself. There are games like Darwin's Journey or
Yeah,
I don't know, games which people already have spoken about it. I looked for
yeah,
games which felt a bit different, which felt I want to try these and see how these feel. The other ones, well, almost everybody knows they're coming out. Um, so I want to try these oddballs or games which are not so much in the spotlight, like Findorf or Crossing Oceans or Galenus for that
yeah.
matter, which
Mm.
I find interesting. I like Euros. I'm a big fan of Euros, and if they give me a hard time or a good, that means they give me a good time. And if they're good, if they're well implemented, um, that that's time well spent for me. So let's see what this Essen gives us. I want to thank you both for coming tonight with all the problems in the world. I'm sorry for them. I will, like I said, revert to everything in the old settings, and let's hope it will be as it was without problems. Um, all, Probably this version of OBS needs bugs and fixes. It has too many bugs and needs lots of fixes. But
Mm.
from now on, I can say the experience is, as an old English would say, I'm sorry, shite.
You really want to end
What?
on that?
Yes, but
What?
let's hope that the Essen experience is going to be awesome, and
It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a
I
blast.
hope
No doubt about it.
I hope
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I hope we will see each other there. I know we will see each
I
other there,
hope to.
and well, talk more in person and play some games in person, and well, whoever is there and wants to somehow, talk to us, we want to talk to everybody, and I will try to talk to lots of publishers and things, and let's see what happens. Thank you again for tonight,
Thank you.
and we'll see you on the next one.
Hopefully without any
I
bugs.
hope no more bugs. I will end this. Thanking you again. I will say I want to thank everybody who managed to stay with us for this period of time, which was, I'm sorry for all the technical problems we had. I'm going to try to fix them. But until next time, well, like I said, have an awesome Essen, and I hope you'll play a lot, as it says here. Play loads, have fun, and as always, bye-bye, fine folks, wherever in the world you are.